my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Where are they, team? One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Open man is Trey Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Got a man. It's Brown. And some room to roam now. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Break.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Haywood!
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Rudolph. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a... yard, if that.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's got Burton here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Bills take over. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. One.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, Mariota. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
58, boy, 58, Mike. Come on, come on.
Following the interception here, Mariota rolling to his right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down now, it's Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Mariota on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Now we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Double time. 4 down. Check 3. 1. Time go.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park. And I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him. And they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he'll give it here to his running back. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
We got three.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And they work this out past the 25. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Mariota now. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to pump the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the end zone, Rudolph. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mariota now from the 50. Caught by Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This one caught by Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. You go tight.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Five down, stand up in. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 3, check 3. Slam.
Mariota. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. Flush to his right. Looking downfield. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Let's go. Let's go.
They come out here in the I. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 24, Bills 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives they've ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Rudolph, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And the Titans' 1st down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Kill.
They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tennessee, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip. Watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist. I never switch, ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They say they switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Now that you wanna be famous, I like the natives, you know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, when it's not saving. You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.